Hey, what's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. It is your girl, Miss Honey, here for another review. Power. This is Raising Kanan. I might do Force. I don't know. I might do Force, but let's just see how it goes. Let's see how everything goes. I am going to get back into the reviewing and everything, and I know I got a little plump. That's the steroids, and that is a video for another day. We're going to talk about where Miss Honey's been, where Miss Honey's going. Still going to be doing reviews. I just feel like that's my niche. That's my wheelhouse, and your girl... Your girl be having stuff to say, okay? So, but let's talk about this episode of Power. Now, what did I do with my cellular device? It's somewhere, child. I forget what the name of this episode is, but this is season 4. This is episode 1. And y'all, and when I first watched it, you know, I normally watch the videos twice. Watch the shows twice that I review. And I don't watch nobody else's reviews. So if you're new to my channel, I don't watch other people's reviews until after I do my review and it has uploaded. Okay? All right? Because I don't like the stuff to be infiltrating into my spirit. I like to give y'all what I seen and how I seen it. Okay? Okay, so I haven't seen anything but the show. And I only saw it once. And when I saw it, I was like, what are we doing here? What are we working on? Okay, so this episode 1 is called Gangsters Don't Die. And basically, the premise is all around Unique. Y'all know, we thought Unique was mollywopped and had went on home to be with the Lord. You know, on last season, in season 3, his brother Ronnie took a metal pipe and brained him. And then drove him up to you know, the Antilles or whatever. Saskatchewan, I don't know. And rolled him down a hill. Into a heap of trash and all this, that, and the third. Listen, and the reason why they thought he was gone, because he was gone for, I don't know, weeks? Days? How long was he down there, y'all? How long was he down in the trash heap? You know what I'm saying? With the Bigfoot and all the other things. I mean, he didn't get, I don't know. Anyway, it opens up with him waking up on top of the trash dump. This is where people go and dump their old tires and mattresses, you know, that type of thing. He waking up down there. Now he done He beat the hell. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. He all beat the hell. And he done made his way back up the hill and got enough forethought to call somebody on the phone and tell him to come get him. A brother by the name of Early. You know, that's an old school name. Early John. Anyway, call him to come get him. Now, you know, if something happened to me and I don't have my cellular device, the only person I can call is my mama. My mama and my mama's house. My mama's cell phone and my mama's house. Because them numbers been the same since before there was cell phones. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mama's house phone is probably 45 years old, the number. But somehow he was able to get on the payphone, child. And I don't know where the quarter came from, but I think you can do like a little reverse switch up type situation. I remember doing that back in the day when you didn't have a quarter. You could call them like collect, you know, that type of thing. So I don't know how, but he done got Brother Early on the phone. Brother Early come around there and pick him up. And I mean, he done passed out in the phone booth. That's where Brother Early picked him up at. And then Brother Early picked him up and take him around there to a veterinarian. He already know who mollywopped him. He know who mollywopped him. Take him around there to the veterinarian. And the veterinarian was like, I just don't know what I'm going to do with him. He's a mess. And he's got some traumatic injuries. You know, and a lot of times, listen, y'all don't watch Pet Sematary? Who watch Pet Sematary? Put it down in the chat. Listen, Sometimes you be wanting something to live so bad. Huh? And you know, last season, we all prayed. We prayed. And we said, Lord, if you just bring him back, if you just bring his fineness back, don't let Joey Bad A go out like this. We wept and we mourned, and the Lord heard our cry. And they brought him back. Huh? But if you watch Pet Cemetery, you know sometimes when a thing has been dead a while, a season, it don't come back the same. He been to the other side, you know what I'm saying? And when he got back over here, he wasn't quite right. And the veterinarian just tells us over and over again, he lets us know, gives us a head up, this ain't the unique. Be careful what you ask for, children, saints. Be careful what you ask for, because we wanted unique back, and we got his body back. Oh, but that mind, oh, no, not the same mind that was before. And he giving me a little bit of Ronnie tease, just a little bit of Ronnie tease, right? But we know what happened to Ronnie at the end of last season. I think we gonna lose. We still gonna lose unique. Okay, but they brought him back because the people was crying out for him. But I think he probably gonna suffer the same fate as Ronnie did at the end of last season. All right, and so after we see all of this, we see 3 months earlier, right? So we backtracking. And was it me? Is it me? I don't know. It's my TV. It ain't the newest model. You know what I'm saying? But did it seem kind of grainy, like Starsky and Hutch? Like, have you ever seen old episodes of Hawaii Five-0? You know, it's like that 80s kind of grainy. At the time, it looked very vivid. But now when you look at it, you're like, something wrong with the Technicolor. It just, didn't it look like a little grainy or something like that? I was like, nah, are they doing this on purpose or is this my TV? I wasn't sure. So this is 3 months earlier, okay, from when Unique walked up on Ronnie's body and Kanan daddy body in the warehouse. We're 3 months earlier now. We're seeing how he basically drug himself out of his own grave, got to the veterinarian. He goes and stays from the veterinarian. He goes to stay at Brother Early's house. Brother Early just want his money. He just want his money. And Unique trying to get back out on these streets. He knows who Molly whopped him. He knows it was his brother, and he's gonna get his own justice. And somehow, because he tick boom now in the head, the veterinarian already told you he ain't gonna be right. He gonna have anger issues. He gonna, be a little unreasonable. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to keep one eye on him. You're gonna have to be careful how you move and how you talk to him, because he might go tick boom on you. And you know what I'm saying? Like, he need to be somewhere where he could be seen about by some professionals. You know what I'm saying? They could put him behind some doors that got 2-3 locks on it, because he seemed like he gonna be a handful. And somehow he done reasoned in his mind that Ronnie and Rock working together. What are you talking about? What did you saying? What is you saying? Rock was your honey boo boo for the summer. Okay, she was giving you that pretty brown round. You get what I'm saying? It's fine. It is what it is. Listen, he ain't the same Unique. So we see where he goes from that. And then at various points in season 3, we flash back to that, but we look at it from Unique's perspective. So when Ronnie think that Unique is gone and he out here pee-popping with Juliana, oh, thank goodness she bit the bullet, child. You know, she got on our nerves real bad last season. But we see him sitting in a car, you know what I'm saying, with his hood on, and behind him, Ronnie getting in the car with Juliana. Okay? And and he been watching them all that time. So we don't technically know how long he was up and moving out of the woods, Saskatchewan. I don't know where it was. But he was up and moving. So he saw that. He saw Kanan moving around, talking to his dad. He had been keeping an eye on Rock, watching Rock, here and there. But he must not have seen everywhere she went, child, because I don't even know if he remembers that he and Rock was hot for the summer. I'm not sure. He remembered that telephone number, but he acting like he may not know that he was stroking down Rock. I don't know how you could forget it, because Rock looked good. All right. Now, Rock down at the police station. We see where the lawyer come down there and give her the talk, so on and so forth. We see where she doubles back after the lawyer gets her name cleared and tell her she don't have to worry about anything. And she sees Kanan and Daddy talking to the FBI investigator. You know, the people that called her in to do the questioning. She sees all that, right? But Unique sees that, and then we move all the way back to the end of the third season, where Unique also sees I can't remember if Marvin was there, but it was two cars that pulled off. Kanan might have been driving one of them, but I thought he got in the car with Rock. But Rock and Kanan, and there was a third person. I think it was Marvin. Marvin always, Marvin, our road dog. You know what I'm saying? He rides out. Anyway, we see where he sees them come out of the warehouse after Ronnie and Kanan's daddy was eliminated. And he goes in there and he's standing over his brother's body. And he takes the pistol out that Brother Early gave him. And I thought he was going to shoot him again. And I was kind of secretly rooting for it. Shoot him again! Kill him again! You know what I mean? We couldn't stand Ronnie. Ooh, I wanted to bash his head in with my own hands. You know what I'm saying? And I'm non-violent. Anywho, okay, so that's Unique. He did such a good job. I mean, he was a terrible, sick person, falling. He's not, he got to work on that type of thing. But just in terms of embodying being, Frankenstein. He got all them, they look like road maps on his face. I was like, now that's why I wouldn't have went to the hospital. I would have went to the hospital so I can clean my wounds out and stitch me up with a decent stitch. You know what I'm saying? That so I wouldn't be, I'm saying, Now he can't stay with Brother Early. And I thought we saw something from last season where he was going and knocking on old girl's door. His baby mama door. I don't know if he gonna be living in the shadows, you know what I'm saying, killing rats and drinking their blood. I don't know. We don't know what to expect out of Unique or Joey Badass, but I'm hopeful about it. I'm hopeful about what it's gonna be. But he's very angry. He's very upset, and I don't know how long we gonna have brother Unique. I just don't know. Anyway, so let's talk a little bit real quick about Lou. This 3 months earlier now. Lou is drunk as Cooter Brown. We see where the young lady that owns the bar that he have his showcases and stuff at and got his music studio at now. She is helping him take his keys and getting him back inside and him laying down in the studio. So when we saw him last season driving down the street drunk as Cooter Brown and sideswiping all these cars and stuff, this was the start of that. So in this episode, we don't get I've had a come to Jesus moment and I've been in rehab, all of this stuff. We don't see that Lou. We see still kind of drunk, spiraling Lou. We also get to see because he did have a showcase in season 3, and Famous did his Streets Need a Body 2.0 song. We see where Famous' sister, she escaped and went out of Lou's grasp and went to California, and she's in the music business in California. So she come down to see Lou and talk to Lou, and she want to know, what happened to Crown. He was like, well, I guess it caught up with him. His lifestyle caught up with him. She was like, I was like, watch her, Lou. Watch her. Watch her now, because she seemed like she down here trying to, you know what I'm saying, maybe get you all hooked up with them alphabet boys. You don't want to get, you know, and we know she can't be trusted. But because of how she left, how she absconded. And now she not Hispanic no more. She don't look Hispanic anyway. She look like a full-on white woman. I don't know. She might be Hispanic. You know, but she looked like a white woman with real bad streaks in her hair. I'm just keeping it a buck. Anyway, she, you know, he not himself. He's been pickled in the liquor of life. You see what I'm saying? So he's still kind of side-eyeing, and he's surly. You know what I'm saying? He always slightly halfway buzzed. You get what I'm saying? Lou ain't in no shape to be trying to love nobody or to discern if he being hoodwinked per se. Per se. He could be blowing her off because he want to get back to his bottle. But he does apologize to Juke because he didn't come see her audition and all that stuff. And Juke, you know, she loved Lou, but Lou let her down a lot. He has let her down quite a bit. But, you know, she tried to move past it. Y'all know Juke is real easy breezy, easy going. And I've always had a heart for Juke because she don't complain and all of this stuff. People tend to forget that she's human. She has feelings. She's a minor for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but she more mature than all of them. Okay? We get to see Marvin. Now, Marvin is Marvin. Always got snacks. Always got a cigarette. You know what I'm saying? Always trying to run a play. Right? Trying to, you know, hustle and move, stick and move. So he at the showcase and he, I don't know if he got a beep. He got a beep. He calls the beep back and it's the Italian guy. You know, who's the boss. And whose boss want to see him. So he go around there with his snacks. Him and his snacks go around there to see who's the boss. And when he get around there, he finds out that who's the boss daughter, husband, been slipping and tipping on him and treating him real bad. And because who's the boss son-in-law is a made man, whose boss can't go around there and mollywop him himself. He want Marvin to go around there and mollywop him. Now, y'all know Marvin, sometimes he be on his game. And he makes sure he dot his I's and cross his T's. Typically, when he messing with somebody else, he takes somebody else with him to do dirt. That's when things tend to go south. But Marvin by himself. He go around there, he follow the guy. And he figure out where everything he going. He see the guy got another girl. And the girl, you know, sloppy topping him in the car and all this stuff and things. And he get the you know, upper hand on the guy in the gym. It's really like a club, you know, a rich folks club. And I don't know how Marvin got in there, but he got in there somehow. He must have came in the back door with the people that serve and stuff. You know what I mean? And he get up on the guy and mollywop him and hit him hard and knock him down and bloody his whole face up. And it really wasn't much of nothing. You know, for this to be a made guy, it seemed like he should have had a little bit more razzmatazz. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more razzmatazz. A little bit more mouth or retaliation or something. But Marvin tell him, you need to act right with your wife. I seen you running around here with that little scallywag. You need to treat your wife right, okay? He gives him one good punch. Not, you know, all this grill area is going to be black and blue tomorrow. And then next time we see him with Who's the Boss, Marvin with Who's the Boss, Who's the Boss tell him, listen, you always get things done. You know how to get things done, son. Okay? And I might call on you here there. Just say, I owe you a favor. I was wondering why Marvin didn't give him a price, you know what I'm saying, for the job he was going to do for him. And basically he was like, well, I don't know if you can work outside of rock. And Marvin was like, I don't know who you think you talking to. I run my own ish. Right? And so now when he's doing the follow-up, he learns that everything went well. His daughter and his son-in-law going to Bahamas. I was like, you better hope you wait for your daughter to get back first, child, because a lot of people go missing on these vacations. A lot of these young couples go on these vacations and somebody falls off the cliff, the boat, the ridge, something. Okay. So, I was like, Marvin. This did 80s, 90s, or whatever. So they ain't have videos everywhere like they do now. But I ain't like the way Marvin handled it. I thought it could have been handled better. So somehow, some way, this is going to come back to bite Marvin in the butt. Okay? This we know for sure. All right? Okay. So, we see where Rock is going about her business. She going about her day. You know, bloody murder don't faze Rock. It just don't. And the fact that you've done so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was trying to remember why Kanan was so mad at Rock, but it could be any number of reasons. You know, Rock is just kind of cold-hearted. You know, I don't think she has to be cold-hearted. She has to be tough and everything. Sure, she does get upset and cry. We just don't see it here. But I'm almost positive of it, right? We see how her mom is, you know, even though Rock pays her bills and all that stuff, her mom can just make Rock feel like a little girl again. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. But I'm just interested in seeing where this Rock character is going. Because, you know, in the last season, she, right in front of Kanan, shot his daddy. Killed him. Pop, pop. Well, we see where she's going about her business, baby, and she gets to throwing up. And when it's early in the morning, turns out she pregnant, child. She gets up. She gets her pregnancy test. The pregnancy test, yes, she says she is pregnant. Now, she all but held it in the camera, like right here. You see this right here, you know? And she pregnant. She leave there, go to the doctor. Okay, and the doctor's like, well, you know, at your age, and this, and this, and this, and this, and so on and so forth, you know what I'm saying, you might, and she was like, set it up. Next time we see Rock getting the procedure done, okay, and he tells the doctor, her, now you got to go have a psychological exam, you know what I'm saying, to make sure you cool after you do all these things you finna do. And she go to holding her belly, child, it look like it was a little puffy, is it me? Anyway, so she get all that done, and then later on we see her go back and talk to the social worker or the counselor or whatever, and they want to know if she all right. And Rock is like, first of all, I bury bodies, okay? Many. I'm fine. Oh, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Listen. There's a breaking point for everybody. Okay, we don't know what that breaking point is, but there's a breaking point for everybody. Now, I don't know if it's going to be losing one of her brothers, losing her mom, because we find later on her mom's got an illness, but we're going to talk about it. But you can't be this person but for so long before something triggers you. And then the you know what I'm saying, windows of heaven are open. You know, and you lose it, right? So, y'all, but right now she rock, and we see where after she have the procedure, and guess who she called to come get her? She called Juke, and then proceed to tell Juke who baby it was. It was just something, and then proceeds to tell Juke that it's a shock. I know it's a shock. Juke was like, it's fine. She was like, no, it's a shock, Juke. I've chased and tried to get this dude for these many years, and now I'm pregnant by him. I end up carrying the baby by him. Now, she don't know. She still don't know. Mind you, Unique is following her, you know, around. I don't know if he followed her here, you know, to termination, the termination party, but he's been following her. All right? So, she seemed kind of sad to me, even though she putting up a good front to the social worker, to Juke, and to the doctor and all of that. She is sad. And we find out also that she's had, I don't know how many, but she had another elimination party when she was much, much younger. And so I don't know if that was by Kanan's daddy or someone else. We know it wasn't by the man that Kanan thought was his daddy, because we know now that he was, he was same gender loving. So yeah, Rock just seemed sad. She seemed really sad. So I'm expecting good things from Unique, Joey Badass, and I'm expecting good things from the young lady that plays Rock. I feel really good about this season, okay? Okay, so Kanan. Now, Kanan not doing what he's supposed to be doing in school. He over there with Rock. I think he over there with Rock because of the social worker that come to see them. But also he still got his apartment over here. And he got light skin, the girl he was seeing, the one he was sleeping on the dirty mattress with in season 3. He got her down at the house, and she at the apartment, and she washing dishes and all this stuff. Like, they spot, child. If you don't get your fast tail home, and do some schoolwork instead of around here in this old raggedy apartment trying to play house with Kanan. Well, Kanan has got to get a book report done. He's supposed to write about his grandparents, and he choose one of his grandparents in their life. And so he chose to write about his grandfather, which we know he was in the music business and a couple other things. And also, y'all know he self-eliminated. So nobody really want to talk about his granddaddy. Lou tried to talk about him a little bit here and there. Lou's upset about how he transitioned on to be with the Lord. And Lou drunk, so he no help. He didn't talk to Marvin at all about it, but he does go and talk to Big Mama Thomas. That's their mama. That's his grandmama. And he gets quite a bit of information from her. She had a more of a rosy idea outlook about the grandfather. She had her own life, but it was like he was a Mason and she was the Eastern Star. You know those type of older couples, you know what I'm saying? And they was the couples, right? They threw the parties. Everybody wanted them to come to the parties. You know what I'm saying? They had their own table at the club. He was in the music and she was the Eastern Star. I'm just making it all up, but I'm just saying they was affluent. So later on, when he at his apartment with this fast tail, he get a beep. He go to call back, and when he go to call back, he found out his big mama is in the hospital. So he go around there, come to find out she done passed out, and she passed out because she got kidney cancer. What? Kidney cancer. This is why I say at some point Rock's gonna break. Now, hopefully she break for the good and not for the bad, but we can't tell people how to lose it. You know what I'm saying? We can't tell people how to snap, how to be triggered. You know what I mean? So, Big Mama don't want him to tell nobody. She done told him. So I said, be careful, Kanan, be careful. Be careful. Your mama, your uncles, they were crafted and formed. Okay, like diamonds, like rare stones in the cave of this relationship with their mama and their daddy. Okay, so be careful, that you don't end up getting pulled into something that you don't really know nothing about. This lady is one way with you. You don't know how she was with your mama or your uncles. All we know, though, is each one of them is a little off. Came from somewhere. I'm just saying. All right. We also see that he goes and before he decides on his grandfather, he goes and talks to his dad. Goes down to the police station. And his daddy is like, you can't write about my parents. Ever, 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 ever. First of all, you think people ain't going to put two and two together? I wouldn't think so. All they got to do is switch it up a little bit. I don't know. But he's very like, you can't write about my people, and it's not smart for you to come by my job. So it wasn't like he was trying to, although in season 3 it seemed like he was trying to get Kanan from Rock. You know what I'm saying? Try to separate Kanan from Rock so he could have a relationship with Kanan. In this moment, some 3 months earlier, it looked like he's like, shoo fly, go away. Now, I don't know if they showed us this so we can feel better about what Rock did. You know, at the end of season 3, what's done is done. And he was kind of getting on our nerves anyway. But it was just a weird scene. I don't know why we did that, but maybe it's to make the fact that Kanan is going to move on exponentially in season 4. Maybe it's to give that the fact that he saw his father be eliminated and he doesn't seem phased. Maybe it's to give that some validity. Y'all tell me what you think. Y'all put it down below. So we talked about Lou. We talked about Marvin. We talked about Rock. We talked about Kanan. Juke. You know, she's at that road. She's at that crossroad. And she's going to either go to the Army, which, child, go to the Air Force. Go to the Air Force. It's the easier trip, I think. I think it's an easier ride. You know, Marines is hardcore. The Navy, you don't want to be on the ship with all them dudes. I wouldn't. No. You know what I'm saying? And water, no. Go to the Air Force, child. Do your 3-4 years and get on out of there. Anywho, so she's at the open mic thing that Lou does, and we can see that the chick that she's good friends with that was in her group, in her singing group, she is very enamored. Okay, very enamored with Juke. Now, we know she been kind of kicking it a little bit with Kanan. Kanan notices, too, that she is googly-eyed over Juke, right? I was like, oh, she gonna mess around and kiss Juke. You know what I'm saying? She gonna mess around and be like, oh, Lord, Juke, I think I love you. And Juke is like, child, I mean, I need somebody that's sold out for this life. You know what I'm saying? Sold out about this business, right? I don't look at you like that. And she invites Juke to dinner. You would think she was inviting a boyfriend. And, you know, they did kind of grill Juke a little bit, but Juke used to the game. She used to the game. And she was in the singing group with the girls. So it wasn't a big deal, but at the same time, it seemed like it might be a little bit of a problem. And Juke done already been through all of that. You know what I mean? So I think she just trying to focus on her future. We're going to see, though. And then we see where she meets with Nicole's father, because he's the one that set her up with this singing group, with this audition. And she wants to thank him. They having breakfast. And she talks to him a lot easier, it seems like, than her dad. Even though her and her dad's relationship is a lot better now. Like, you know, Marvin has really stepped his game up. At the same time, I think she feels like talking to Nicole's dad is kind of also like talking to Nicole. Even though Nicole isn't here anymore, it's that same kind of energy. And so she was happy, and she wanted to talk. He was in the service. She wanted to talk to him about going to the service. He was like, why would you want to go into the service? We said the same thing. Now, especially what we know is what's going on right now, but it used to be a time going into service was like preparing for your future, because you was in the service for 4 years. They give you a scholarship to college, you know, so you get that money, and then we pray you don't get hurt in any kind of way. But if you are hurt, then you had the federal government to fall back on, you know, for your benefits and all this stuff. So it could be a good thing. You could learn a skill, learn a trade. You can do 4 years with both hands tied behind your back. I wouldn't do it on the ship, though. That's all I'm saying. But he's telling her, no, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be a famous singer. She better off going to the service, because both places can be treacherous to navigate. Except the music business don't have no future benefits, but the service, going to the service, does. Anyway, she realized he's not there for that conversation. He is there for the conversation of her singing and maybe going to be, you know, on into the music business. So she just stays right there. You know, Juke gets in where she fits in. She's not going to rock the boat. And They seem like they have a good relationship. I hope we get to see a little bit more about it in this season. A little bit more about Juke. I hope we spend a little bit more time with Juke. We did get to see Juke drive. Juke went and picked up Rob, and we see Juke drive. I think this is the first time we've seen Juke drive, right? Is it me? Marvin need to get her a car. Anyway, so that's the episode, you guys. If I missed anything, put it down below. What did you guys think about this episode? I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. Like I said, I normally watch it twice, but when I watched it the first time, I just remembered. For some reason, I was able to remember the conversations and how it made me feel. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to write it down. And I think that how it was written and the fact that it was written in this unique way where we see Unique come in and see his brother's body, and we left off with that at the end of season 3, and then we also leave off of it with it in the end of season 4. But that 3 months forward and seeing some of those same scenes with Rock and Kanan, but seeing it from Unique's rearview mirror, and from his skulking around and watching everybody. Now, he was going to kill Lou. He was going to shoot and kill Lou. I don't know why. Maybe he was going to eliminate everybody in Rock's group. Okay. But thank goodness the bar lady came out and got his keys and got Lou scooped up and got his drunk behind on back inside before Unique could put a bullet in him. Okay, but we get to see our characters. We saw these same things, some of these same things in season 3, but we didn't get to see them through Unique's eyes. And so I thought that was very interesting. I enjoyed that. And I think that's why I was able to really get into it just watching one time. But y'all tell me what y'all think. Did y'all like this season? Are you guys excited about this season? Are you happy about the fact that we got Unique back? Like, we were super excited at the end of last season. But now we see we got a broken Unique. You know, he's our pet cemetery Unique. So I'd love to know what you guys think. I'd love for you to put it down below. Listen, remember to check your subscription. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to the channel. I do really, really great reviews. I don't do a lot, but one thing I do is a great review. And I would love to share you with some movies and stuff with you guys coming up during this season. And yeah, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad for y'all to be here. Check your subscription. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, like, and share. I love you guys. Until next time, I holla.